Way back in 1994, when I was only 32 years old, I took my first job in the financial services industry. Little did I know at the time, how could I know, and how that would impact and shape my career and in fact, shape my life. But one of the things I learned very, very quickly back then was that there's so much information that an investor has to absorb, and there's even more information out there that you can absorb. Of course, it's only gotten worse and worse with the advent of social media in the last decade or so. I had to learn early in my career how to cut through the noise and focus on what was really important. And I'm really excited to announce the launch of a new series on our channel. Every Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to be here with a video that is designed to help you cut through the noise, focus on the things that you really do need to know. Then Fridays, Brandon and I will be here for live sessions to recap the week, to answer your live questions. And that's something we have never done before on our channel. So we're really looking forward to having that more direct contact and interaction with you. Things we're going to cover. We're going to cover obviously top stories, things that have happened along the week, during the week, or of course at the end of the week. We're going to talk about big movers, what companies have made big moves out there, either up or down. You should be aware of earnings season is a time that we'll be very active in sharing the earnings and telling you the most pertinent things that matter along those times. And of course, we will evolve the series as we go along. We always welcome your input. In fact, we really crave what you want to know. Tell us what you want to know, and we'll do our best to incorporate that into the series here. So today I want to kick things off, and the big stories today are Meta and Apple. They're gearing up to square off on the virtual reality battle. We're going to talk about that. Plus, Tesla's Model Y just became the world's best-selling car, and we're going to talk about two deals: one in U.S. politics and one with Johnson & Johnson. So let's get started on that. In just a few hours from the time I'm filming this today, Apple is expected to unveil its first all-new product line since the Apple Watch back in 2014, and this is their new mixed reality headset. But on Thursday, Marc Zuckerberg, the Meta platform CEO, he revealed their new Quest 3, which is its next generation headset. Priced at $499, the version will be 40% thinner than the previous version, and it will feature this mixed reality. They'll be combining augmented and virtual reality on the new sets, and Meta also said that it will lower the price of its existing Quest 2 headsets as well. The timing of this announcement is what really intrigued me and much of the market there. The announcement came literally days before today's announcement with their big rival Apple with its first mixed reality device. It's expected to be have a price point of around $3,000. So we're talking about $500 for the Meta product and $3,000 for the Apple product. And so this could be it'll be very, very interesting to see how this battle does shape up. The estimates say in 2022, Meta's Quest 2 and Quest Pro devices comprise nearly 80% of the overall VR markets, and that market is sort of estimated to be between 8.8 million and 9.6 million units sold in 2022. The impact that this market can have on these share prices. Let's look at the share price of both Meta and Apple since November 1st of last year. Meta's up more than 200% during that time, with Apple trailing significantly at 27%. This new announcement by Apple today could actually change those patterns. Of course, when we think about Meta's, during the pandemic, of course, they had a burst of activity and sales during that time as everybody was staying home and getting more involved in this type of thing. Since then, though, Meta has definitely struggled with their vision of this, immersive metaverse. And in the first quarter of this year, in the overall industry, the overall sector, the headset market declined 54.4% year over year. So I guess the question at this point is, will Apple revive this industry? It will be very, very interesting to see how that all shapes up. Now, Tesla, in Q1 of 2023, Tesla's Model Y became the world's top selling car. They sold 267,000 Model Ys in the first quarter, and of that, notably, 94,500 roughly were sold in China, which outpaced the 83,600 or so sold in the US and 71,000 sold in Europe. Overall, the United States remains the biggest market for Tesla as a whole. The Model Y ranked first in global sales, and it was followed by Toyota cars, of course, the Toyota Corolla, the Helix, the RAV4, and the Camry. And of these top selling cars, the Tesla Model Y is the only pure electric car on the entire list. That will obviously change as we go through the coming years. Now, one of the big factors here, unlike most of the other automakers out there, Tesla has obviously a very limited number of models that they sell. So of course that's going to help push their Model Y up as one of the one of the two, Model Y, Model 3 is where most of the sales come from. So it'd be interesting to see if they can continue with this dominance. A lot of the analysts would say, though, that they probably need to add more models to cover a broader market to see if they can continue with that dominance there. Another factor that helped earlier this year, of course, is they aggressively cut their prices. With competition increasing in that SUV segment, the new rivals coming from other auto manufacturers are putting some headwinds there. But I mean, let's call a spade, and man, in Q1 Tesla just killed it out there. So that's really good to see. On a Tesla-related announcement that came out just earlier today, they are making a voluntary safety recall of this exact model, the Model Y. There's a risk of loss of steering control, which obviously is pretty important in these vehicles, but there's only 137 Model Y vehicles from last year, 2023 and 2022, that are affected. And importantly, the company is not aware of any crashes. So that's late breaking news on the Tesla front. Now, deals. Over the past month or so, lots and lots has been written about the U.S. debt ceiling that was, the pending crash and market catastrophe if a deal wasn't reached there. Well, on Saturday, President Biden did sign the deal that puts us all behind us, at least through January 1st, 2025, is when the next ceiling will expire or we'll reach that limit. And the importance of that, of course, is that the next presidential election there will be November of 2024. So it's nice to have this out of the way before we get there. Fitch Ratings has put or said that the AAA credit rating of the U.S. remains on negative watch. And so even though they've reached this deal, there's still a little bit of angst out there. Finally, for key stories today, Johnson & Johnson have reached a legal settlement with Amgen. And the settlement is for Amgen to delay the launch of a biosimilar version of Johnson & Johnson's psoriasis treatment, which is Stelara. And that also will run through until January 2025. So the good news for J&J shareholders, and I know a lot of our viewers are, is that it'll help Stelara continue to be a big contributor to Johnson & Johnson's earnings in 2024 and through 2025. The drug was introduced back in 2009, and it has been J&J's top-selling drug since 2019. Last year, in 2022, sales reached $9.7 billion, so a big chunk of revenue to J&J there. The patents begin expiring this year. Of course, that will open the door to cheaper biosimilars entering the market. So to have Amgen's product delayed a little bit will be a very positive step for J&J, at least for the next year and a half or so. As far as earnings are concerned, there's not a ton out there. NIO, if you're, we talked about the EV market just a short while ago. They do announce on Friday, and so it'll be interesting if anything comes out of there. I'll be sure to report it. That was something that we'll be able to report on our live session on Friday. So there you have it. That is episode number 1 now in the books of this new series. I would invite you to leave a comment, to leave suggestions as to the format, as to the content that you would find most valuable to you. I've sort of compiled what I think is effective or most effective to our viewers, but always welcome, and we'll evolve as we go along there. So as always, the link for our Investing Academy will be in the description of the video below. I thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.